they take 2 for everything that dies. All right, so 2 things die, down to 20. How many things die here now? It's a few things. 10, it's 10, it's exactly lethal. It's exactly lethal. Yes. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and this is a deck I'm really excited to play. But before we get into any of this, I just wanted to say that thank you guys for sticking around, being patient with me while the whole baby having process thing went on. So I really appreciate it. Baby's home, is safe, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we're really happy. So I appreciate all the support you guys have offered. So this deck, I really wanted to build a Yarok Massacre Wurm deck. So I have Yarok the Desecrated in here. We have Thassa Deep Dwelling. We have Yorion or whatever. And Massacre Wurm, which is a 6 mana, 6/5. When it enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -2, -2. And then whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life. So a really powerful card that is mythic. And I have just run out of mythic wildcards. And the only way to really get them, I was going to like buy a bunch of packs with Jumpstart, but can't really do that. You can't get wild cards really out of those. I can buy a bunch more Core Set 2021 just to try to get the Massacre Wurm, but I already am running into all of the temples and everything like that with it, and it's just it's painful enough that I really don't want to do that. And so I'm kind of waiting around for Amonkhet Remastered to get more Massacre Wurms. I have like 6 decks on hold waiting for that. So if you see those coming out like every 3 videos, because I try to like not make sure that not the same exact thing day after day. You know, I try to at least put a few decks in between to make sure that I'm coming out with new stuff for you guys. But there's a lot of Massacre Wurm decks that I have ready to go that I didn't put focus on it initially. I didn't put the wild cards toward Massacre Wurm, and so now I'm really kind of regretting it. I wish that I had more wild cards for that, but we still have a really fun, really awesome deck here ready to go that is cool. So that is one awesome card that we can have in an 80 card deck, because we do have Yorion, because I mean we're going around enter the battlefield type of stuff. I initially built this deck without Yorion, but I think that in the format right now, it actually will work out pretty well to have it, where we have just a bunch of creatures, a bunch of things that we can have blink. You know, we do have some non-permanent, so it's not worthwhile to go towards just like straight Mori or anything like that. But overall, the deck has a bunch of creatures that have ETB effects. A Boreal Grazer, Healer of the Glade, which gaining 3 life, having it happen multiple times, blinking it, triggering a Risen Reef is actually really good in the format right now. Being able to gain some life here and there. I was actually debating on trying to throw in Veto in here as well, but already with like 80 cards and stuff like that, just didn't seem like it's consistent enough to try. But Uro, Healer of the Glade, we're going to have enough life gain hopefully that we can kind of stay alive through the really aggressive decks here. And then we have just kind of some good pieces overall: Risen Reef, Kitesail Freebooter, Dryad, the Elysian Grove, and Dread Presence to kind of create this combo piece. Dryad with Dread Presence, every card that enters or every land that enters the battlefield will be a swamp, which will trigger Dread Presence hopefully twice with the Yarok. And so some just really fun synergies we can do there with that. Solemn Simulacrum, just one of the main reasons I actually wanted to start building this deck is because I'm just like, you know, Solemn Simulacrum is just really good, really busted. And if we can just make it more busted, do more fun things with it, it's even better. So every time it dies, we draw a card. Whenever it enters the battlefield, we get to go grab a basic land. Same type of thing as Golos. With Dryad Elysian Grove, we can actually use Golos' ability. I feel like just the one of here is fine because I wanted to focus up a little bit more on newer cards like Solemn Simulacrum, but you can definitely go heavier towards Golos if you want to, which is kind of a similar effect. Then we have our Cavaliers. You know, they just have such strong ETB effects that I feel like one of each was good. Cavalier Thorns, of course, being a little bit better, deserving the 2 of here in the slot. And then on the top end, Ugin, Casualties of War, and Massacre Wurm, which again, I think the numbers on this can definitely shift here and there. I wanted to make sure we had Kitesail Freebooter because we're seeing a lot more kind of like control decks coming in, I think, after a lot of aggro stuff going on for the last while. But even the aggro decks play a lot of non-creature cards. And so if we can get Kitesail Freebooter out on the battlefield, especially with Yarok, whatever, we can end up selling 2 things, which is really nice. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how this deck does for us, and wish me luck. All right, this hand looks pretty good. I mean, on the play, Risen Reef on turn 3 is not that bad. All right, so let's go ahead with the Triumph. Turn on all of our castles that we have. We only have 1 locked away in 1 castle. Blue one. What is it? Vantress? Vantress. Arcfiend's Vessel. Ooh, that's bad. All right, Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. If we can get to turn 5, get Yarok going off with Risen Reef, Hopefully we can get enough value, get to like our Cavalier of Gales. We do have 3 blue mana, so we should be good. We shall see. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Oh no. Well, that's actually really bad. It's really not good. Alright, play out Risen Reef. Omen of the Sea. Pass the turn. That at least gives us something to do on the next turn. We'll see if they go ahead and try to fire off the Priest or not. Risen Reef is a decent target to get rid of. Claim the First Wurm would also be annoying. Alright, so they have an interesting choice. They could go to attacks and try to swing with Vessel. We know that they're going to want to go for Priest of Forgotten Gods. 2 extra mana and everything. I'm definitely willing to block there to stop them from having this effect. Priest of Forgotten Gods effect is way more powerful than I think most people give it credit for. It's just busted. Alright, we have to sacrifice, but I think the life gain is fine here. And we get to have some extra blue mana. So let's... Oh, I played that wrong. I'm going to have to shock in the Watery Grave. That's fine. Okay, play Uro. Yeah, pay the 2. Then we sacrifice, go back down to 17. That's cool, that's cool. And pass the turn. Alright, so Cavalier of Gales is nice. It at least gets an effect when it dies to the Priest of Forgotten Gods. We're hoping to actually go wide enough here to be able to do something. Like, this is where Massacre Wurm would be nice, just to get rid of the Priest of Forgotten Gods. We don't have a ton of removal. We're more of just, like, outvalue than to death type of deck. Okay, Fabled Passage. Oh, that's the worst. Dreadhorde Butcher. Oh, man. That's painful. If they have another one, too. Yeah, this is where I'm not sure this deck is quite fast enough. That's also the reason why we're playing in free play right now. Swinging with the Priest. Very interesting. So much damage. Let's go ahead and play Omen of the Sea. Kite Cell Freebooter. I can play that with what? With the Dryad, so we can have multiple creatures out. I'm not sure if that's better. Maybe just forcing the sacrifice might be the best here. Okay, Serrated Scorpion. Oh, Massacre Wurm. Alright, so we shock ourselves down to 9. We take 1, 2. This won't actually kill us. Won't deal damage to us. Yeah, that's what we do. So, Massacre Wurm. Yeah, uh-huh. So, we take 2, go down to 7. They take 6. Yeah, 0 is its power. We're still at a very low life total. This is still very scary, but what's it called? Claim the Firstborn doesn't hit Massacre Wurm. Yarok can start getting us some lifelink potential. Life is good. Judith comes out. It's only on the turn it comes out, so yeah, nothing going on yet. Call the Death Dweller would be annoying. So Thassa to blink this would also be amazing. Village Rites. They probably should have swung in with the Judith because they could have pinged here as well. All right, so they could just kill us on the next turn. Let's go ahead and play, I think, Yarok so we can actually gain life into Kite Cell Freebooter. How many creatures in the graveyard? Not enough. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for the Yarok. We could go for Cavalier of Gales and try to like find an Uro or some way to gain life. Yeah, play this tap, pass the turn. Yeah, no attacks. We want to make sure they can't attack at us. Man, I love this deck so much. All right, Arcane's Vessel comes out. That's very much not good. Ooh, that's really, really bad. Cavalier of Gales can help a smidge. Oh, that's also bad. All right, so I can put out 2 flyers, right? I have 2 more mana after this. So first off, I guess we go Kite Cell Freebooter first. Actually, let's see what we can find. Because we find a healer of the Gales, we may want to do that even more than blocking. And there is one. And the Casualties of War. Alright, so you go on top. I think we're going to end up wanting to use the Fable Passage to get rid of something. The two things that aren't going to help a ton right now. Let's go ahead and keep Solemn on top. Draw them both again. Yarok goes on top. And let's see. I am going to play the Healer Glade. We gain 6 life. We have a blocker. They can deal 6 or deal 5. So let's go ahead and put the Kite Self Freebooter on top as well. It might be nice, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of it here. Oh wait, I could have played it and something else. Oops. All right, Healer of the Glade. Fable Passage. Do I want the Kite Self Freebooter and what's on top? Probably not. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. Again, whenever anything of theirs dies, they do take 2 points of damage. So their life total is going to be going down pretty low here. Has a Fable Passage, gets a crack. Okay. And hit what? It's got to be our face, I feel like. Yeah, I don't want to use this Fable Passage until I know that we're safe as well. But I'm not sure I want Kite Self Freebooter. Dreadhorde Butcher. Annoying. Attack with it. I dare ya. Alright, let's go ahead and block. We actually know what's on top here. So let's hold real quick. Do I want to sacrifice this now? We take it down to 9. We go down to 4. But then we have a higher chance of finding like a Healer of the Glade. Yeah, let's go ahead and activate this now. Again, the Kite Self Freebooter means that we have a blocker for next turn. So maybe this is wrong getting rid of it. But I feel like we can find a little bit better things besides it. Alright, so we get our Scry. They lose 2 life. Thassa would be amazing. Omen of the Sea is really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and... This brings them in tapped. So Casualties of War kills 1... or do we have to kill here? How much mana do we have? All right, so we can do this and still use Casualties. Okay. Dread Presence gains us some life. All right. Yeah, keep both on top. So Dread Presence. Ooh, and another one. I don't think we have enough. So just keep both on top, just like that. All right. So Dread Presence. Let's see. We deal 2 damage, gain 2 life. We can kill the Dreadhorde Butcher. We go up to 6. If they swing a serrated Scorpion, we're still dead. Oh no, I think I messed it up. I do believe I messed it up. Oh no! All right, play this tapped. Oh no, we get 2 triggers. Right, we get 2 triggers. All right, so we get to kill. I guess let's go ahead and just kill things that we can kill. So up to 6, down to 4. We can also attack here. So if they block here, I mean, yeah, so if they block here, we get to deal exactly 6 points of damage. We have lethal. All right, there we go. Down to 2, creature dies, they lose 2 more. All right, I'm not playing with Massacre Wurm that much. I kind of forgot how much damage we were just doing to them. So, all right then, that works. How about that? Not too shabby. All right, up against Alberius, and we have Grazer into Scryland, which if we find another land, and it should be blue, it could be amazing. I'm gonna risk it for the brisket. Cause dude, brisket. And that gives us a couple more turns to try to find a land just to hit it naturally. And we find it. So life is amazing. Whew, all right, sweet. Another green source would be great for the Healer of the Glade. Yeah, we're gonna go for the Uro. Just the best starts you can have, you know, no big deal. Play that tap, pass the turn. So hopefully swamp off the top would be great. They only have 2 or 1 land so far. That's a pretty good turn 2. All right, Massacre Wurm. I am going to go ahead and play out the Dread Presence. If we find another land on the next turn, we can play it out. Otherwise, we're still pressuring just by going with the 3/3. If we get a counter spell out of the hand, that's also fine. They know we can't play anything, so it could have like Brazen Bar or whatever. He's fine. He's good. They've theft it. Petty theft. It's all good. No attacks past the turn. All right, so mono blue tempo is what this is kind of looking like, which I know in historic has become quite a thing, but I'm not sure about in standard. Passes the turn. Okay. All right, so let's play out the Fabled Passage now. Let's play Dread Presence. So now we can sacrifice it in response to anything that they have going on. And if they don't, like we could play the Healer Glade as well, but I'm just going to pass the turn here, see if there's something we can target with it. All right, so it goes for the Theft again. Let's go ahead and grab a Swamp then. Let us draw a card. Risen Reef. Okay, so Risen Reef into Healer of the Glade, also a good play next turn. All right, play Risen Reef. They've got to counter something. They know that we have Dread Presence in hand. So we're going to have some value at some point anyway. All right, Solemn Simulacrum. Great card. Petty Thefts are also really terrible against ETB effect type of decks, and so get another trigger here. Let's get a land. Take action. That's cool, that's cool. Let's go ahead and play out the island and pass the turn. That is still a lot of lands out in the battlefield. I dig it. More Risen Reefs would be nice. Yarok would be amazing. Another Massacre Wurm actually really good against Brazen Borrower here as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and block. All right, Cavalier of Thorns. Let's put... How much mana do we have? I'd rather have 4 and 4 here for this, so let's go ahead and go for the Cavalier. If we find extra lands, we can either bring back Uro or Yorion. Only one trigger here, so... Has the Rewind. Rude. No attacks, pass the turn. I guess I should have swung in with the healer. Alright, plays Brazen Borrower. I really want to resolve this Massacre Wurm. That is the dream. So land off the top, we're going to go for Dread Presence, Solemn Simulacrum. I'm assuming they're holding up a 3-mana counterspell, Neutralize or something. Alright, play out Solemn Simulacrum. Let's go ahead and attack in. I should be doing that first to see if they have response for that. And we'll just bring Yorion to hand. We shall see. Just blinking Risen Reef and Healers of the Glade is amazing play. And we get to block the Brazen Borrowers. So 5 mana here. Yeah, this is the biggest issue with our deck, is that we want to be able to get up to where we can play multiple big things on one turn. And we're 1 land away from being able to play Yorion and Dread Presence. Swings in. Okay, down to 11. Let's see. If they counter it, we still can't quite play Uro. I feel like they have to counter this though, so I guess we get 1 out of the hand and we can play the second one, drop down to 5, and then just pray that something works here. So go Dread Presence. I'm kind of expecting them to let it resolve, yeah. Let's try for Thassa. If we can bounce the Healer of the Glade, that's pretty nice. Unsummons Dread Presence, cool. Do you also have the counter spell? Land on the top means we know we get value with Risen Reef, but we might just want to draw something better. We'll keep it. Oh, darn it. Down to 14. Wow, that is a lot of bounce effects, which normally would be pretty good for us. We just drew all of the expensive things, and they had enough counters. Just the one is really all they needed. I've been too scared to actually play anything big. Like Massacre Wurm would be amazing. All right, so yeah, we're at 10 lands next turn, which means we can play Yorion and Dread Presence, but we can't or Massacre Wurm and Dread Presence. Yorion definitely threatens a lot more damage. Epiphany. All right, so play Forest. Let's go for Thassa into Yorion. So play Thassa. I'm kind of expecting this to get countered because it does let us stay alive. They can play out a Brazen Borrower. Let's go ahead and go to combat. Swing in. So even if they have the counterspell, we still survive because we get to bounce the Healer of the Glade. So let's play Yorion now. This also gives us a blocker, which is great. Alright, so gain 3 life. 2 triggers with Risen Reef. Solemn Simulacrum also triggers. We like it. Take action. Let's get a scry. Sure. More lands is fine. Take action. Play it tapped. I guess we could have not revealed that and let us play it with Dread Presence. Let's go ahead and grab an island. And we're back in the game. They get to swing in for 6. If they have bounce, which I guess with Epiphany, they actually have the game. I forgot that this also bounces. I should have stacked the Thassa's trigger after the Yorion. I kind of thought that it would do that automatically. Because I was hoping you'll blink the Healer of the Glade twice, but I missed it. And that does make us lose the game. So yeah, good game. So yeah, that's where I missed it. I did have a shot to be able to restack the triggers. I think I just went through it really quick. So a small misplay that lost us the game. So I guess it's not small, but for everyone that's like, man, you're a terrible player. You don't know how to play Magic whatsoever. If you think that you've never missed something like that before, just stop commenting. All right, up against Sauron, and we have Dryad with Uro. I think I do want to keep this just on the power of Uro. Not a lot of lands means not much value out of these, but we have quite a few lands in the deck. So, do we keep? I'm going to keep. And if we get to 3 lands, we have good blockers and life gain, all the stuff, and some value with. There we go. We got it. All right, got to shock ourselves at some point, but that's fine. Okay, down to 19. Mono green Stompy is really quick. Massacre Wurm will be amazing. Oh, especially if it's Gruul. Or Team Adventure. Team Adventure. Okay, Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. This isn't an elemental, right? Yeah. Down to 17. Love Shark Beast. Yeah. It's big. If If we play the Dryad, we can for sure block these guys or stop them from swinging in. And then we take 5, which is still really fast clock. That's a 3-turn clock. Let's go with... If we get to Yarok, we get some extra value out of these two. Let's go Uro. Yeah, that's not a land. It's good, but if we were on the play and had more lands, it'd be great. Hell Collector. Maybe it's not Teamer Adventures. Maybe it is Gruul Aggro. Oh my gosh. Nice. What do you do about that? That was a very quick Ember Cleave. Yeah, good game. All right, we're out of here. Yeah, we'll take action. Sure, fine. And concede. Had the left shuck beast, and that's the issue of not playing board wipes or anything like that. It's not good for us to play board wipes because we're playing so many creatures. But maybe we should have like 2 ritual sets or something. In an 80 card deck, we're not going to draw it at the right time very often, though. All right, up against Pauper Pretender. Bring it on. Grazer into some Scry lands. This is good. Getting up to Solemn Simulacrum quickly, Dryad, everything. I dig it. So I guess we're just looking for more lands. More lands is great. Play Temple of Milady. Yeah, just more lands. I mean, again, with Dryad, we get to play out additional lands each turn, so the more we find, the better. Banehound. Hateful Eidolon. Alright. All the aggression in the world. Really good blocker for the aggression. I like it. Alright, so shock this in. Play Dryad. Play Temple of Deceit. Double Solemn of Simulacrum. With Yorion and with the aggressiveness they're going with, it's not bad. We can block something in the air if they have the Demonic Embrace. And I think that we're just trying to get up to Ugin, so yeah, keep. No blocks. If we get to Ugin, I think we just immediately win against this deck. So all the ramp in the world, I like. Can you attack against the Dryad? They do anyway. Intriguing. Okay, they don't. Knight of Even Legion. All right, all right. Let's go with Solemn. Take action. Grab a... Let's see. I guess more forests are fine. Watergrave tapped. No attacks, pass the turn. Another great blocker. Demonic Embrace is still an issue. I didn't even recognize... I thought this was Jingatha, but Obosh. Obosh is really a thing still. If they have the land, they have a massive amount of power. It's double the damage with Demonic Embrace. I think that we actually wait to block until they have Obosh out, because we can take 5. If they have Eliminates or something too, that could be bad. If they play Obosh and we take 10, I would like that less. So yeah, just take it for now. Uro. Guaranteed ramp, not guaranteed ramp, but a little bit of life gain. I guess we go ahead and play this Simulacrum instead. No attacks, pass the turn. So up to 7. Again, if we hit the Ugin, we just straight up win. And I like the winningness. So we'd love to block with these guys as well. All right, so block here. Oh man, they gave us all we've ever dreamed of. Okay, 2 draws. Let's get an untapped land. 3 draws. Take action. That's also not the worst. That's an untapped land. All right, so negative, I guess 1. I am thinking this right. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had realized I hadn't actually counted just yet. Play the Ugin. -1. Get rid of their entire board. Keep Ugin really high. And I think we hold on to Swamp for the Dread Presence. So pass the turn. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, and we get more lands. So Dread Presence. Let's see here. Swamp. Let's just gain a little bit of life first. Uro. And a Risen Reef. Pay that untap now. Let's go ahead and draw a card this time. Play Risen Reef. Thassa. Ooh. All right, and play it out. Draw a card. And a Grazer. All right. And let's go ahead and hit you for 3. I feel like we can swing in now. Down to 28 past the turn. They have Obosh in hand. They can play Obosh. How much? So 5 toughness. -5 would hurt us a lot here. We definitely don't want to do that. So their best play probably is to put out Obosh. But with Grazer as a blocker, Thassa, everything like that, we shouldn't have too much issue being able to find blockers enough to win this game. Another thing we could do too is play Yorion and then exile 5 stuff. We lose the Yorion, but we're able to get rid of that and have everything come back. That is a way to play. If they have Demonic Embrace with Obosh, actually we're in quite a bit of trouble. Casualties of War is not bad. All right, so target land, target artifact, target creature. So artifact, creature, land. That's probably the scoop right there. I really don't know how they would come back from that. Not too shabby. And then being able to gain 7 life, draw 7 cards and everything like that. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I'm really liking this deck a lot. It's definitely has some weaknesses against the more aggressive decks. At the same time though, this was a very aggressive deck and I think that we were on the draw. So not bad. And I think they're going to time us out. That's fine. I got my water. All right, opponent's going to time us out, so we might as well show off the little cute one. Show off the cuteness while they do that. Isn't she so cute?
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
I mean, we're gonna keep playing out as much as we can because we can. Take action. All right. Get a little bit more damage in. So yeah, this is her. Sorry, that light is really bright. I'm sorry about that, baby. But you just sleep right on through it. You're good. All right, opponent did decide to time us out. Yeah, but that's okay. I've got the perfect timeout remedy right here, and so life is good. Life is real good. All right, up against Emisizzle. Sorry if I talk a little bit softer. You know, I'm trying to keep her asleep. So keep this. We have Omen of the Seas on turn 2, which is pretty good. We have to scry on turn 1 to try to find an untapped land. Not a land. We put it to the bottom. It is one of the core pieces of our deck, but ramp is more important, especially when they're doing it too. There we go. All right, play the island, pass the turn. You're okay. It's okay. That's a big snake. Please don't have Gem Razor. It's so big. And they can also kill our Dryad after that. So keep land so we can play 2 lands with the Dryad. If we keep it alive, we can actually play Cavalier soon. So yeah, pay 2, play it tapped. Now please, oh please, no Gem Razor. If they have it, we are screwed. Oh no. Alright, untap Green Saurus, and we still don't have a shot. It's a 7/7. It's so big. Yeah, I don't know what you do about that. Alright, play this. I guess we cry? I'm gonna cry a little inside. And on the outside. You just keep not crying, baby. We will draw a card at least. It doesn't stop all the damage, but it lets us be able to play something else and stop more. Alright, what can we find here? Golos is interesting. I mean, if we get to Ugin, then that's cool, right? So Cavalier of Thorns. Again, can't do much, but it's a blocker. Play, just puts him onto the battlefield. So I could play the island and shock this in for Omen of the Sea. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to find an untapped land still, which Omen of the Sea would help a lot. Can we go down that low though? Going to 4, we block all but 1. Oh, this is so risky, but it means that we have a much higher chance of getting to Ugin. Again, with probably a shock land, so we'll see. It has to be an untapped land. We have a lot of basic lands in the deck for Solemn Simulacrum and everything. Oh no, they had another one. That's game. And we found it. Oh, we found it. Yeah, good game. Ugin on the next turn. It's not enough. Huh? Oh, baby. Huh. Yeah, no blocks. Oh, that was the nuttiest of nut draws. That really is like Grazer, Snake, Gem Razor. That's really hard to beat against most decks. We could probably bring in like Brazen Borrower into the deck. Up against Raisin D. Lots of 1-drops. We have many a turn to try to find lands. Lots of good triggers for Yorion too, if we do get to that. I mean, we don't have any blue though, so like, I'm going to keep this. I'm not sure this is the right hand to keep. It probably is not. We have a lot of lands in the deck. For me, I like to try decks out that I'm not sure will do well, because sometimes it's more fun to see if they do well. You know what I mean? Maybe not. Pass the turn. No third land. Oof, 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 oof. And they have so much ramp into the Ugin. Oh no. Oh, this is so bad. No attacks. If we don't find land next turn, I think it's like a guaranteed loss. If we find it here, we're still so far behind. Alright, we did find it. I think this time we actually go for the Omen of the Sea instead of the Dryad, because I think finding more lands is more important. Sorry, baby, sorry. Oh man, that's an auspicious Strix. That was quick. Let's see if they have an Ugin. Land, Thassa. Another Omen of the Sea could be nice. With Yorion, that actually does some good stuff for us. I think we're just looking for more lands, though, because if we can find 2 lands with Dryad, that'd be amazing. Alright, just the land. That's kind of fine. Kind of not the worst in the world, so... okay. Block. That is a land. Alright. Thassa gain 3 life. Now let's ramp. Let's ramp. Well, we can. Play it tapped. Play island. No attacks. All right, and we're back in the game. Sure. I was actually debating if I wanted to bring in like my migration dude and Strix, because yeah, they don't actually cause any ETB effects, but they bring a lot of things onto the battlefield if you do get the combo off. And with Yarok or whatever, you can find Yarok, do some cool big things. Could be fun. No blocks. Down to 18. Solemn Simulacrum, huh? That's a good blocker. It's also a good thing to be bringing back with Thassa. Grab another forest. No attacks past the turn. Alright, now they have trample. Let's see if they actually go for the attack here. Oh, dang it. I was thinking that we have 6 power we can block. But not so. They have another thing to mutate here. Oh, it's so bad. It's like most of their deck. They have trample now, so no blocks. Man, what can we even hit here? Massacre Wurm. We don't have enough black mana for it yet. Okay then. Thassa. Yeah, this game's over. We were stuck on lands for too long there. Yeah, I mean we can gain some life. We can stay around in the game for like maybe 2 more turns. All right, up against Chibi Mofo, and we have Omen of the Sea to find green mana. If we don't, we can pretty sure hit Solemn Simulacrum into maybe double of these on turn 6 or something, or turn whatever. So let's go for the Scry first. Try to find that green mana. No, not more of those. I do want lots of lands, but not 3 of the exact same one right now. Yeah, no, I'm picky like that. Birth of Meletus. Okay, play island, pass the turn. It's a defender. Right, mono white prison type of deck would actually be pretty good for us. Board wipes hurt us, but we can get enough value overall to be fine. Moment of the Sun. Tokens are worse. Alright, Omen of the Sea is at least something that's worth playing here. Ooh, another Risen Reef. Alright, Watergrave tapped. We get Solemn Simulacrum on the next turn, pass the turn. It's okay. That is a lot of tokens. Is this like a Luca deck as well? Or maybe just like Basri? This is a token though. The tokens don't work with Basri, I don't think. Idyllic Range does though. Another Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put the Skyline on top. I'm fine drawing both of those. So the dream here is to get to double Risen Reef into Healer of the Glade. Yeah. All right, let's see how big these weenies get. Take action, find green mana. We might just have to gain the life here. Take 3 for now. Down to 11. And this stops other people from attacking. Lets us do... Oh no, Divine Visitation? Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad, baby. Fable Passage. Risen Reef. There's a Yarok. Oh man. Any tokens become 4/4s. Alright, well let's go for Forest. Risen Reef. Let's see if we can outvalue them before too long. Another Solemn. Take action. No attacks. Alright, so I think like Yarok into Dread Presence might be worthwhile. Oh. Creates 2 angels. Ooh. I think I need to be playing this deck. I kind of forgot Divine Visitation is still in Standard. That is very big and very good. Let's draw a card. Casualties of War, please. That's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can go Healer of the Glade and try to find another one. Alright, so how much are we taking? They can give these guys pluses, so we're going to 12 at the very least. Yarok actually saves us a little bit here. So let's go ahead and grab Forest again. Yarok. That's Casualties of War. Alright, let's go with, I guess we go Healer of the Glade first. We might be able to, like, find an untapped land and play another one if we get enough triggers here. Dread Presence. Yeah, play it tap, scry twice. Ooh, Massacre Wurm. With Casualties of War, yeah. So yeah, keep Massacre Wurm. That actually kills the angels as well. Oh man, that's the best draw we could possibly have had. I guess now we don't play the Temple again. We play... That is a swamp for the Dread Presence. Yeah, play the tap land. Keep it on top, keep it on top. Alright, I really very much doubt that they can kill us this turn. But we'll see. Let's drop a... I guess a land is fine to go away. Alright, down to 9. Please make more tokens. It just kills you faster. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Another Conclave Tribunal is really bad here. Yes! Nice. I'm so sorry, friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is brutal. So, Massacre Wurm. Everything gets -2 twice. They take 2 for everything that dies. Alright, so 2 things die, down to 20. How many things die here now? It's a few things. 10, it's 10, it's exactly lethal. It's exactly lethal. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm laughing and shaking your head, but it's amazing. The silent victory. We got it. Shh. All right, I feel like that was the perfect one to end on. I'm gonna go spend some time with my baby here. So I wanted to make sure I still got some content out to you guys. I had prepared I had like a week ahead before baby came, and then we ended up going to the hospital 3 different times. No baby came, all that kind of stuff. And so I'm not like really far behind or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure I stayed ahead and did everything. And so anyway, and also to show you guys this baby, because I mean, you guys have really become close friends to me, at least a lot of you guys have. And so I wanted to kind of share this with you guys. I hope you guys don't mind every once in a while if I have kids in front of this. It's not going to be the main focus. The main focus is, of course, entertainment, magic, and building funny, awesome decks and creating cool situations. And that is the glory of this. It's just really fun to do. But that was an amazing last game. Loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video overall. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.